Generic greetings and welcome to Construction Plus Prison Architect Alpha 31, Episode 10. In the previous episode, we actually had an execution. Technically, we didn't have an execution, but there was a death. It was very close to an execution because this guy here, this is Mitch Patterson, legendary prisoner, extremely volatile, cop killer, and fearless. What he actually did was, I believe, boot off because obviously extremely volatile, and then because he's a cop killer, the armed guard that, surprisingly, he's gone missing now. You can't actually see where he is. I think he's just gone to hide himself a little bit. But, yes, he was wandering around and then had no problems at all, pulling his shotgun out and then blowing this guy in half. So, yeah, that's what happened there. It was not good. Not good at all. Either way, that guy is now dead and he's going to be taken to the hearse and then off the table. Table? Yeah. Table. I've been playing too many board games. Off the map. So that's an interesting one. That's a bit weird. And also, these guys are working out in the dark, but for some reason their hands look really bright. But that's weird. The hands are really bright, but they're the rest of it's dark because it is dark. That's a weird lighting glitch there. Anyway, so yes, we did have a bit of a problem there. I don't really know what I could have done to prevent that because I didn't actually know that he was a legendary prisoner or that he had those traits. So that was something that's just, it's bound to happen sometimes. And as I said, I don't know if there's anything else I could have done to prevent that. Anything else? Anything at all, actually, because I didn't really do anything. He turned up and then he got shot. That's what happened. Anyway, in this episode, what we'll be doing is putting some more flooring in because, well, we do need that, and probably getting some more grants done. But we're now on to the part of the game where we don't often get to this stage where we've pretty much built everything and then we're managing the prison. I did spend one alpha doing just that. I just did a sort of management style, changing things around to see how it goes. But we didn't get very far with that one. But this one, the next couple of episodes will probably be the last ones anyway before the next alpha comes out. But we'll be just managing the prison, obviously putting some flooring in place, just changing a couple of things around, but mainly altering the regime, seeing how things go. So let's just have a quick look. I want to do my nutritional research grant, and for that we need to have a low quality, low variety meal, which I've done. But as people rightly pointed out, in my actual regime I've got 2 eat times. So what I'm going to do is change that, and I'm going to change this to free time like so, and then that to free time, and then extend the work period a couple of hours each way like that. No, maybe a little bit too much, that one. What we'll do is we'll have an eat time right in the center like that, and then we'll have free time at the end of it, and then you've got 4 hours of work, then you eat, and then you have free time, and then the rest of that. Yep, that'll be about right. So that's a single low quality, low variety meal. So there we go. I'm going to do a shakedown now because we haven't done one in quite a while. I'll speed up to max speed because I don't want to do any shakedowns while it's while we're serving low quality meals and stuff. So we'll see what happens with that one. This could all go absolutely off the wall at any moment. It might go very, very wrong very, very fast, so we'll have to see. We do actually have one prisoner. There you go. There's Mark Henderson, who is a skilled fighter. He's currently in the holding cell, and the reason for that is because he is well, technically he was on death row, and then obviously he's been moved out of it. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to change his designation to Supermax, like that. And then what happens is he'll be taken over to this area here. So he will actually have a cell. So, yeah, that's what a couple of people were suggesting as well. So that is all fine. I put in a lot of wooden flooring around here, and although I'm not a fan of it, and I was going to change it, people said that you're probably best leaving it because we don't have the money. Maybe change it if we do have the money later on. I agree. We do want to put some sort of tiled floors in here. Actually, I don't want tiles. I want whatever's in the shower there. I think that looks really, really nice for some reason. But I'm well aware that we're not playing The Sims here. Actually, I should have done my shakedown now instead of rambling on shakedown. That's always the thing. Should always crack on instead of rambling. Right, we have 5,819 generic units of currency, and we're receiving 1,412 per day, which is all good. We have our intake open, but only on our death row prisoners. As you can see, there's many prisoners available, but none of a death row yet, so that's something we need to keep an eye on. We also need to keep an eye on John Page, because as you can see, he's got a lot of needs, and he's suppressed, and there was a lot of sick getting sort of like put around here. I'm guessing by him. There wasn't just a random guard coming in like that and just going, there you go, bucket of sick, and just flinging it on the floor. Probably, obviously, from him. So he's probably got a bit of a drug habit. I can't see it there. He's got death roll appeal on that one going. He's already failed once, and his likelihood of clemency is 18%, so it's not very high. There we go. There's the full search done, so that is all sorted. Death row. The danger level is increasing, and that's not good. So we'll have to see what happens here. I don't want them to boot off at all. Obviously, there we go. It's now going back down as people get their needs fulfilled and such. Obviously, they can go into the common room and stuff like that. So that is all fine. It's flying right down. And did we save another prisoner? I don't think we did. It said 0 prisoners received. So I don't think that is the case. Now we haven't got any more prisoners. That's a shame. That is a shame. We've only got one death row inmate, so he should have. You can see there's more sick going on there. He should have a. He should have one of his programs going here. Where is it? Death row appeal, and it's going to be run there. Yes, it will be run in but a moment. There's all the janitors coming and cleaning the area up just to sort that out. In fact, no, there's none in there at all. That's an interesting one. So it's going to be there and there and there. Yeah, it's not going to get ran. I don't. He's not really going to go to that one. I think you can only. Can you do it once every day, or can it be every other day? I don't actually know, to be honest with you. Either way, that guy's likelihood of clemency is 18%. So we've got a cut-off point of 10%. Which means that, oh, look at all them people in there. I'll tell you what, the chapel is one of those things where, soon as it was introduced, although it introduced another need, it's one of those things that is sort of, what? Digging there. That could be a possibility, actually. Let's have a search of that cell, and we'll search that cell. Because that could be a real one, that one. Yeah, as soon as it was introduced, it managed to resolve a lot of problems with people booting off and such, because they get it has this calming effect. As you can see, look, status effects, calming. Yeah, so they do get calmed. So that's an interesting one. Anyway, so I'm doing my crackdown on drugs as well. 70% done on that one, so that's fine. We only need to find another 3 drugs. It's a weird one because the prison is actually very, very secure. It's one of those interesting. Oh, there we go. There's a lot of people waiting to go into there. That's going to be our death row parole. Yeah, that's going to be our death row appeals there. Yeah, I'm waiting for that. So we've got an appeals lawyer and the appeals magistrate. So we'll see what happens here. But yeah, it was one of those things where they introduced it and it was just calming effect. It was fantastic, Right. So anyway, what was I on about? I was on about the things. Sorry, I've actually got a massive headache at the moment, which is why I sound a little bit off. The security arrangements in the prison, they're quite good. This thing here was the only weak spot. It was the only weak spot in the entire prison where stuff can be flung over the wall, and obviously we shoved that in, and that little block, and then it made sure that stuff couldn't be flung over the wall, which was quite good. And then we have obviously this nice big lump all the way around the prison. All of this is indoors. The rest that isn't indoors is all staff only, so it means that nothing can be flung over the wall. We've also got metal detectors pretty much everywhere. We don't have the prisoners working in the kitchen or in anywhere else, so we're actually got a very high level of security. In fact, if we go to our intelligence and then to the last, say, 7 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 items have been discovered. The drill and the booze have been found during the initial search when they come into reception. The cigs have been smuggled in through the kitchen, which I don't know how they've managed to go through the wall. That's an interesting one. And the needle, the drill, and the booze were all smuggled in from the kitchen and then found straight away. So they didn't even have an owner. And then the drugs were smuggled in and then found straight away as well. In here we had the drugs smuggled in and then found during a search, I think. And cigs, again, the same. So that basically it's smuggled in. Stuff's getting smuggled in. So that's an interesting one. I don't know if it's going to be introduced where guards will help prisoners out. Like, they'll get pally with guards and you'll get corruption among your own staff. I don't know if that's going to be something that's going to be introduced at some point. I assume so. I assume pretty much everything's going to be introduced, but you just never know. Anyway, so John Page, 27, looks like he's been spewing up all over the table there. and he has not changed designation. So if we click on him now, John Page, likelihood of clemency is 9%. Likelihood that the appeals board will grant clemency and commute the prisoner's death row sentence. Each unsuccessful appeal lowers this value below until it is below the state-approved conviction strength, at which point full authorization to proceed is given. Scheduling the execution before this point will result in extreme penalties if it is later found that the prisoner's appeal would have been successful. So, he is now 9%. State-approved conviction strength is 10%, because I did have the extra one research. I do have the extra one research. Reduce execution liability. So, Mr. John Page, he was sentenced 25 years. Well, first, John Page, age 27, prisoner number 237692. Sentenced to 25 years for multiple crimes, including murder, aggravated assault, and robbery. He's got one member of family, mother, age 50. Convictions were murder, aggravated assault, or murder, 25 years, plea guilty. Aggravated assault, 13 years, plea guilty. Armed robbery, 23 years, plea guilty. Grievous bodily harm, 10 years, plea guilty. Rape, 4 years, plea guilty. Aggravated assault, 12 years, plea guilty. Armed robbery, 12 years, plea guilty. Murder, 25 years, another plea of guilty. Don't know what could have spurred him on to do all that. Skilled fighter. Experience has basically been in lockdown the entire time he's been here. Mood, bad, obviously. Well, I assume that he was always in a bad mood with all of them convictions. Grading, yeah. Punishment, yeah, it's maxed out. And his health is pretty low, because he's got an addiction. As you can see, one active addiction on the bottom there. Right. John Page, I'm afraid your number's up. Schedule execution. So, Page, 237692, execution initiated. We need to authorize a prison-wide lockdown. It's currently on 47%. Looks like he's going to get his final meal as well. Yep, the cook is actually bringing in his final meal in there. Don't even know if they get that in here. No, it's just random that he's getting it. So we're doing a prison-wide lockdown. And as you can see, all of these prisoners are getting sent to their cells. And then they will actually shut the door. So speed that up to max speed while they get on with that. What's not fantastic is that there's another meal he's going to get there. And a third meal. Good grief. He's just stuffing his face. What's not good is that these prisoners are all locked down, and I've only fed them a low quality, low variety meal today, so they could boot off. Test facility authorized, so someone's going to go there. And do they go there? No, nobody goes there and pulls the switch, but yeah, the final test to pass ensure everything is working. Electricity supply for the chair is tested under load edition. The final route of the prisoner is planned out. Must be able to walk the execution room himself. Assemble execution detail. The warden and the chef make their way to the condemned inmate's cell. In addition, a priest or spiritual leader of the prisoner's choice arrives on the site, visits the prisoner in his cell to say final prayer. The rabbi, by the look of it. So he's going to head in through the main staff door. I wonder if he's smuggling anything in. Like a key to the prisoner cell door or something. That'd be weird. Good grief. He's taking a weird path as well. He's going right through the visitation. Is that the chief as well? That's the chief there. Yeah, it is. I said chef before. It is chief. Yeah. The warden and the chief make their way, not the warden and the chef. That would be silly. That would be silly. He's had his final meal. Right. So they go. Where's he going? Why are they walking on the gravel? This music is really ominous, isn't it? So he's going to head. Which way is he going to head? That door apparently is not I assume is not connected to the... Yeah, that door is not connected up at all. I'm pretty sure I fixed that. I'm sure I saw that broken before and I tried to fix it. There's a very tired guard there because he's carrying about 10 trays of food. Anyway, he's now at the prisoner's cell. You can have a chat. So there's the priest. There's the warden. And the chef. Chief will be on his way in a moment. Where is he? I have no idea where he is. Is he stuck? Where the hell is he? Don't say. He's in the bloody staff room. There's someone on death row here. We're waiting for him, and they just... Yeah, we'll speed up to max speed then. Or we can't. We can't even speed up to max speed. That's a bit ropey, isn't it? The chief should be here to keep an eye on all of this what's going on, but no, he's just having a quick beverage in the staff room. Good grief. Oh, there we go. He finally turns up just to go. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, I don't even think he's got a staff key and a clipboard. Yeah, he doesn't even have keys to open up the jail doors. That is the worst chief in the world. Maybe he is a chef, just in a chief's uniform. Right. So he turns up and goes, yes, there we go. That was it. There we go. Execution detail assembled. Authorize the escort witness to facility. There we go. So witness to the execution arrive on site and make their way to the execution facility. This group can include family members of the condemned inmate and also members of the victim's family. NB. Execution witnesses should be provided with chairs. Oh. Glad it tells me that now. I mean, I've got chairs in there, but imagine it didn't tell me that. Well, no, if it told me this point, you get all this way, and imagine if you didn't have chairs. Imagine that. You've assembled the execution detail, you've tested the facility, everything like that, and then finally it says right. So the prisoner's there in the cell with the chief and the warden and the spiritual leader, and we're ready to go, and then we have to. Then a workman comes in. Boss, can we have a word? Just so the warden comes out. Look, what is it? What is it? I'm busy here. Obviously, you can see I'm on my uppers here. What you doing? He goes, well, there's a slight problem. We forgot to put chairs in. Well, what do you mean chairs? Why are you telling me this now? Yeah, he'd probably tell you beforehand, and then you cancel the detail. Sorry, we need to order chairs. We'll be back in a minute. So there we go. There is John Page's mother. So escort prisoner to facility. Obviously, the facility is right next door to it, so that door needs to be opened. I will manually open the door. See, this guy could have at any point and just sort of boot off. This is not something that I want, obviously. This is an automatic door, so it should just go straight open. Unless the person is either not there, or I haven't wired it up. No, it looks like they are there, and it is wired. So they are doing what a lot of people are calling the green mile. Although it's not green, and it certainly isn't a mile. And they also like to walk on the edge. So I wonder if any of these look the mother in the eyes. I wonder if Paige and his mother look at... I don't know. I don't know what the relationship status is with them two. Right. John Page, prisoner number 237692. Execution. Everyone's in place. Ticked everything off. There it is. Lever pulled. Act committed. Dismiss staff and witnesses. He's gone. I never thought this thing would be fun. I never thought that I'd go, yeah, that was really fun doing all of that. Never once. And I can honestly say that it wasn't. And it wasn't even, yeah, that was dodgy, that. I didn't like that. I wasn't a big fan of that. I really like the way that's been implemented. It's not a trivial thing doing that. And it's more than just going, oh yeah, just fling him in there and pull the switch. There he is, Page. The mandate execution of John Page was carried out at 3:03, as scheduled by electric chair. In the presence of witnesses, the standard compensation of £10,000 is awarded to the institution for their part in the process. There we go. Everybody's being dismissed. They're all going. Nobody's on lockdown. And he's dead. There you go. Dead. We got 10 grand out of it. Someone's also, had to press the button, so they got blood in their hands a bit. Either way, it's been done. The first execution in the facility. It's not nice. It's not nice, that. But, you could argue forever and ever and a day whether it was right or wrong. I honestly don't know. Either way, guy's dead. And we have no more death row inmates. I'm not too bothered about that, if I'm honest with you. Right, we're going to leave it there. Because, well, seems quite fitting to just end it there, doesn't it? Comments in the comments. Next episode, we will, I guess, continue on. As you have to, I guess. Life continues on. I mean, not for John Page, obviously. He's very dead. But, yeah. We'll see what we can do. Comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.